Kevin here from Wholefleet Diagnostics. We've got a user out there fairly new to the Jaltest system. Asked the question, how do we get component location information through the Jaltest software? So what we're going to do today is just show you exactly where to go in order to identify system component information, and then potentially location of that individual component on the engine or mission or whatever it is you are working on. So let's go ahead here and check out the off-highway module of the Jaltest software. I'm going to go into off-highway heavy equipment. In this case, the user is working on a Caterpillar. I think it's a 740 series. So if I go to 700 series, there's 740 right there. This is going to bring up all the options for modules that are available on this particular piece of equipment. So you can see there's 13 different options. Multiple engine control modules, a hydraulic system module, exhaust after treatment module, body computer. So in this case, you're gonna, if you're after an engine fault or an engine component, we're obviously going to determine which engine system we have on board here. Now, you may need to do a system scan. We're going to touch on that in a different video. For the purpose of this video, let's go through and use that C15 1939 engine control module. So right when I highlight that, you can see my connect button fires up here. I could actually go through and connect individually to this module, which would bring up my diagnostic menu. Now, you don't even need to connect. If you know that this is the module you're after here, if you go over to the left-hand side on the system menu, you can see we've got a link to our wiring diagrams. We've also got a system technical data option here too. This is where you're going to find your component information right off the bat. Okay, so if I'm going to choose this option here for diagram, and this is going to bring up, should just bring up a list of all the components. Sometimes you will see additional information or additional options down below, such as like torque specs or things of that nature, general pressures and operating data. So generic information might be available here, but in this case, we're after a specific component location. So you can see right off the bat, we've got that engine management control unit here, the ECM, and you can see there's a picture that actually highlights with that little red dot there exactly where that's located on the engine itself. Okay, if I go down to let's click on intake manifold. Okay, so if I click on intake manifold pressure sensor, you can see we've also got a diagram that kind of just shows us exactly where that sensor is on the specific engine. Okay, in addition to that, you can actually flip into the diagrams for this particular sensor. So if I clicked on any one of these, it's going to take me into the wiring diagram section. Again, these are included. No internet access required, both the component information and the wiring diagrams. You can access this without the internet. These are built into the program, and you can see it actually highlights that sensor here on the diagram for me. And again, I can go back to that component information by double clicking at any point on one of these components. Okay, so this will allow you to not only identify where that sensor is, but also how it's wired into the system here. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of where to get your component information. There's multiple ways to get this information, to be honest with you, but that's probably the quickest way. Once you've identified your make, model, and the system that you're after. So make sure that you check back for more videos in the future. Always happy to help. Give us a shout if you need any guidance or if you have any requests for any future videos.